March 30th, 2020. We've been staggering through March. First major challenge for, I guess everybody really with the new situation, but finding our new rhythm. That's what we're doing. So with all the changes that are going on and the extra time, we have sort of found it. We've been triggered recently and we are in full takeoff mode. Our videos are lower, but I figured I'd show you guys the upstairs bathroom with the last little bit of this battery that we have here as quickly as possible. Here's the Meyer lemon. There's the 3 philodendrons angel transplanted. All of them have perked back up and are growing strong. We got rid of a couple right here of clippings from tomatoes. We just had them in the same water too long. We have so much going on. We'll show you guys that in a second. This is the Warnecki. The upstairs bathroom is what we use as almost like a tropical room with the shower in it. That's a spider plant that survived over and over again. The clipping to the avocado is still going, but I'm not sure if it's rooting or not. And this is the mimosa. And it's hanging in there, but we will probably try to transplant that when the season goes and grow herbs indoors out of the aquarium box with the system we use. But this is our upstairs. Love you guys. Got to change these batteries out. Catch you in a second.
Hey guys, Angel here. It is March 30th today, and we're just doing an update at the end of March for everything we've got going on inside. Here's the greenhouse, the indoor greenhouse, and on this top shelf here we have all of our ornamentals, and we've got the purple light. They've already been budding and producing, so we figured this was the best light for them at this moment. We'll most likely be giving all these ones out to anybody who wants them in our community. We grew them just to basically test germinate our seeds and to get things going. We like to grow things. So those are the ornamentals, and they're blooming and producing, ready to be given away. The next row down is, we planted this tray a few days ago, about a week ago I would say. These are all squash and cucumbers, and they are going strong and crazy. And UT's dad is in a warmer climate. He's about ready to plant, so a lot of these will be going to his yard, and these are the kinds of foods that he likes to grow. So we've got all these squash and cucumbers, many types: delicate, white wonder cucumber, crookneck squash, scallop squash, pie pumpkin, dragon egg cucumber, Armenian cucumber, zucchini, Thai pumpkin. Let's see, there's a scallop squash, spaghetti squash, sikkim, all sorts of stuff. And so that's what that looks like now. It's growing strong, healthy. They're getting big fast, so they're almost ready to go. And then our next row down is our peppers, and we have relayed a lot of these into the bigger cups. This is just what's left. Some still sprouting. We had to replant one entire side. We're not sure what went wrong. We're thinking the seeds were just too deep or something, but we replanted the entire side, and now we're getting sprouts on all of those, and we've taken out all the most of the bigger plants and relayed them into cups. But this is our indoor greenhouse. Oh, one more thing. The very bottom here, we're trying to start some sweet potato slips. And so we are trying sweet potatoes for the first time ever. And so we've got all these sweet potatoes in here, and we're hoping we can get some slips and plants from them. That one's a regular golden, the orange sweet potato.
This one was $1.10. These were in the discount section, and they were about $1.
Yeah, for the rest of these.
We were able to get 7. I saw that little deal right there, and instead of just getting one and trying out one, we decided to try out a bunch. Some of them are upside down, right side up. I know there's a system to it, but we're just going to keep them in water, and as the slips go, we're going to see how many we can produce off of $1 worth of discount sweet potatoes in some recycled jars.
So that is our indoor greenhouse. A nice look at what we got going on at the end of March. And things are doing well. We love you guys. On to the next.
Alright, so here we are in the little bathroom. This is the all blue potatoes. We grew these last year with the little potatoes that we got. We put in a box and kind of forgot about. They started growing eyes, and so in order to try to keep them safe, I have that dirt on them, but like they're swelling, they're bulging out the edge of that. I had to cut the lid off. I have a system I'm going to use for that. I might show you guys that, or I might show it in another video where I try to update on our plans for the yard this year. These are basil that were kind of getting leggy and going wild, so Angel transplanted these into cottage cheese containers, and we used a wood burning tool to take them outside and melt holes in the sides and the bottom so that we could bottom water them. It's just a smaller, a lot of times cottage cheese containers and butter containers make good planting areas. A couple more ornamental peppers. So this is supposed to be explosive ember, but neither one of these look like that. So with ornamentals, we don't care about the crosses as much. We kind of plan on mixing all the seeds up anyways, so we just can have like these little packages of ornamentals that'll come up different, except for the Medusa. The Medusa is a sweet ornamental, and we want to keep a sweet one because when it comes to ornamentals, almost all of them are hot. Okay, those little succulent jade pepper dude. That's Mini Bell, dwarf tomato. That's Dr. Seuss's Malabar spinach, or maybe Tim Burton. The leaves of this Malabar spinach, it just grows like, oh man, I wish the camera could show it. It's almost like plastic. And it's so good. It tastes so good. There was a couple bigger leaves on there, but Angel got to them already, so. And there is the lemon ice and the Mr. Snow dwarfs that were capped off. They're about 3 foot tall, starting to produce flowers. We need to get some more soil and fertilized soil and stuff in there so we can kind of, I think we're going to keep them in here. Keep them propped up and supported in here for at least a minute. Those onions weren't doing very well. The chives weren't doing very well either, so we put some more soil in there. That's a Tiny Tim tomato. We've gotten a couple little mini tomatoes off of it too. We've gotten a couple mini bells as well. And this is the tree lettuce. It probably won't be here next time. It just started tangling and growing around everything. We don't know much about this. It's not really a great food, but it is like, almost grows like a weed. It's so strong. It just winds around everything, and I know that ours got really leggy with, you know, keeping it in the cups like we did, and sometimes it was getting underwatered. It's actually starting to flower, and I was kind of hoping to keep it going until I could see how many seeds it could put off, because I could see it as a reasonable source of like mass food if you wanted to just keep on regrowing it and spreading the seeds around as fast as it grows and as strong as it grows. But we'll be taking a better look at that some other time. But this one will just grow outside. It won't necessarily be taken out or used. It'll be going outside to see if we can still push it on that. Couple lemon trees. I know this video is going to be longer again. We always try to say less than 10, and that's a dwarf purple heart tomato plant and a peppermint stripes tomato plant. And our avocado tree was having a little bit of leaf problems. Can you guys see that? I think it needed fertilized, and it was kind of getting crowded down there. But we got some fertilizer we've put into it. And we had to top it again too. It was leaned over, but it wasn't leaned over like it was gonna bend or snap. It was like wilted over because it just got too tall and was starting to hit the roof and then bend towards the light, and so it keeps trying to lean over and fall onto us. But this is a random unproductive video. I love you guys. Just want to say hi. Let's see what you guys are up to. Hang in there, okay? A quick look at our workplace area. We're big fans of the double cup method, and we also do this one a lot too when we start running low on the cups. Our seed vault, dollar store seeds that will be kind of spread around in mass, mostly herbs. Alright, and here are the transplants. So this one here is the original Oda that we had shared from a friend a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and we've grown these out in our yard. The ones that I believe have a hot cross with the Oda have a darker stem. If you can see these ones, lighter colored stem. So I think that's how we're going to tell the difference. I believe these ones are the cross, which we've seen 2 variations. One we're calling the fire stuffer and one we're calling the black tongue, but hopefully maybe we'll even see a 3rd variation off of these ones, being that they're the originals. These ones are the Reza Macedonian or engraved pepper transplants we got from the tray that's in the greenhouse. These are the Buena Mulata transplants. We get them into these cups from the pods, and in about 3 or 4 days they change completely. They take that next step forward, and we're trying to fire these ones off a little bit. We use a bin system with smaller and smaller containers, and just lights that can kind of fit. It's hard to really say this is our system or this is what we do. We constantly just grab from everything around us and kind of pull it into our ideas, and sometimes go out and get a couple extra things. See, we're super low on cups. That's the last one, and then we got these dollar store ones and more cottage cheese container ones. These transplants, I think, are primarily the Hungarian pumpkin pepper. The name's way too hard to pronounce. It's another extra mini bell that we'll up pot into a pot for some friend. That one is a Jedi F1. This one came from Sapper, and it's a jalapeno. We're hoping to, this will be our plant. This is one we're hoping for a large sized jalapeno, even if it is a little bit of a hotter jalapeno. We're really big fans of pickling, and we plan on trying to pickle some giant jalapenos into big jars, because we have really utilized all we've had stored up already. Those are celosia right there, but these ones are scorpion peppers, apocalypse scorpion, another Malabar spinach, and Brussels sprouts. We freed up these 2 spots. I'll walk you outside for the last part of this. So Angel transplanted the 2 butter crunch that were in that spot out here, and it is too cold for them a little bit, but we cut these 2-liter bottles to kind of put over them as like cloches. I think that's how it's pronounced. And then if it gets super cold, or we get a lot of snow or too much wetness, I'll put that over as just a cover. It's just a hardened box. Here's little beans, Zuli's, oh man, walking Egyptian onions. So this is our yard. Excited to grow with you guys this year. Hang in there and stay safe. Love ya. Thanks for watching.